Hello everyone, myself Mukund Ramprasad Singh. We are learning 8th grade mathematics, chapter number first, rational and irrational number. And in that we are learning subunit practice set 1.2. In my previous video, you all have learned question number 1 to 3. Now in this video, we are going to learn remaining 2 questions. In a previous video, we also had learned how to find out table if you don't know any table. So you have to keep that in mind and you have to follow the same steps again if it is needed. Now, as I have told earlier, we shall be drawing rough line to do our rough work. We shall not perform any rough work at the back of our pages. While even in exam, you should draw a line like this one. Observe carefully. On the right hand, you are going to draw a single line with an appropriate spacing, and on that you are going to do your work, rough work, whichever is needed. Now let's begin. We are solving question number 1. In question number 1, we are solving 4th question. The question number 1 asks us to write the following rational numbers in decimal form. In previous 3 examples, we had a positive rational numbers. Now let us see how to solve sums with negative rational number. As example, negative 103 divided by 5. But obvious, we are going to perform long division method to find out the answer. Whenever you go for finding the solution of negative rational number using long division method, you do not include negative sign while performing division. You simply keep the number. Then 5 is our divisor, where 103 is our dividend. Now let's do the division. In table of 5, 5 2s are 10. Correct. Do the subtraction and answer will be 0, 0. Take the next number down, that is 3. In a table of 5, is there is any number less than 3 or equals to 3? No, there is a no number. Now, so we should put 0 in a quotient. Same 0 below the 3 and do the subtraction and find your remainder. As we know, if we subtract anything from 0, then answer remains as it is, that number remains as it is. Now as we already know, there are no more digits to take down. Now this is the right time to place our decimal point. I am using different color pen to place decimal point. But if you don't have the same different pen, you can use the blue pen itself. In exam also you should use only blue pen. Once you place the decimal in divisor, then same decimal you should put in your quotient. Once you place it at both the place, then add extra zeros after the decimal point. You can put as many zeros as you like. This time I am going to take 3 zeros. There is no specific reason why 3 zeros only. There can be less or more zeros. As per your need, you can take. Then bring down one of the zero like this way. Here I am putting 1 0. And now thinking in the table of 5. In the table of 5, 5 6 30. On doing subtraction, my remainder becomes 0. As remainders are 0, it shows us the process of division. The process of division have successfully completed. That means even if I have some unused zeros, I won't use them down for my further calculation. That means my answer is finished. Now let's write final answer, where our given question is negative 103 divided by 5. In answer, we will keep the negative sign as it is. Keep in mind, we keep our negative sign as it is. We do not use it in a long division anywhere. We don't use that negative sign, but in answer, we put it as it is. Then don't forget to write your question, that is 20.6. Don't forget to give your pointers neat and clear so that they are easily readable. Now students, after 6 there are no digits, so you can put extra zeros. As I told earlier, you can have as many zeros as you want after any digit. Then there can be n number of zeros. Then 20.60 and dot above the 0 represents 0 is recurring digit. Also, your answer is negative 20.6, as recurring 0 are not necessarily be your part of answer. You can keep it, or even though you remove it, there is a no problem. Now box your answer. While you perform division, do your steps neat and clean, and you should live neat and clean in your surrounding and with yourself to keep your personal hygiene. Now let's go for the next question. The next question is the last question. This time I have already made my line for doing rough work. I am going to use that. So let's start. Now don't forget to give proper question numbers. Question 1, and we are solving sub question 5. Let's write the question, that is negative 11 upon 13 is equals to how much? Now this is also another example of rational number with negative sign. Whenever you have such kind of numbers with a negative sign, you do not take negative sign in your long division. Then how do? We take 13 as a divisor, 11 will be your dividend. You will place the negative sign at the end of answer as it is. Keep in mind. Then start dividing it. If you don't know the table of 13, you can always make one table in right hand side rough column. Utilize this left column only for writing your question number and sub question number, like this one. Now let's move ahead. Let's divide 11 by 13, but as 11 is not the number in a table of 13, and even though 11 is less than 13, so my division will begin with quotient as a 0. Subtract 0 from 11. 11 will remain as it is. As there are no more digits, then you know what we do? Yes, any suggestion, anyone? Your suggestion, please. Correct. We put decimal in a quotient. We put decimal in a dividend, and we put extra zeros, as many as we want, less or more, after decimal point. How many zeros? Say begin with a 5 zeros initially. Then take the 1 zero down. Take the first zero down. That is this one. You don't need to draw the arrow, but you need to keep in mind how many zeros and which zeros you are bringing down. You are pulling down. Okay. Now think of the table of 13. In table of 13, which number is less than and closer to 110? Correct. Answer is 13 8s are 104. Do the subtraction. It is a borrow subtraction, so do it carefully. Answer is 6 0 0. Take the next zero down, so your next zero is here. Now in table of 13, any number less than 60? 13 4s are 52. Subtraction. Answer is 08. Let's bring next zero down. This is the third zero. This third zero we are bringing down. Now again same question. 13 6s are 78. Do the subtraction. Remainder is 2. How long we should keep doing it? Unless and until we get 0 or we find same remainder again, at least 2 times. So check it out. I took the fourth zero down. 13 1s are 13. Subtraction, and your answer is 7. Bring the next zero down. This is the fifth zero, my boys and girls. This is the fifth zero. That means I am now out of zeros. There are no more zeros over up there. 13 5s are 65, and I still get remainder as 5. There is no end for my remainders. Then what should I do? I don't have any more zeros. Then, as I said earlier, you can choose as many zeros as you want. So I can have 3 zeros more, 2 zeros more, it's up to you. And then you can have more zeros for your further calculation. You took the 0. Then let's go for the calculation ahead. In 13th table, less than 50. 13 3s are 39. And the difference is 11. Are you getting it, everyone? Are you finding the same calculation, or you getting something else? Please check. So 11, yes. Again take the next zero down because remainder is not 0. And think of the repetition. Is there any repetition? I think you are able to find it out. That means I have to go again 8s, as we see we did that here earlier. The same thing we are going to do here also now. Subtract 104 and your subtraction is 6. Add same as of earlier one. Can you see? Then put another 0. This is the second time we are doing it and we are getting the same remainder even after that. 4s are 52. Now do you see, students, the answer goes in diagonal direction, in inclined direction. So while you solve it, it should go like this. Okay? And your remainder is 8 as same as of earlier. That means as I can see there is a repetition going on after this, then this is the place where we see the repetition and we should stop our calculation. And we should put some dots after 4 in a quotient as showing that there will be a repetitions of similar digits in your answer. Then let's define our final answer. Our final answer will be, therefore, negative 11 upon 13 is equals to 0 point. Are we forgetting something? Very good. There should be a negative sign. So let's place it. See, I am running out of the space. So erasing this one, putting negative here, and then 0, then decimal, and then my quotient, that is 8, 4, 6, 1, 5, 3, 8, 4 and dot 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 dot. Now finalize your answer as showing the recurring pattern into it, that is 8, 4, 6, 1, 5, 3. We will stop at 3 because you see 8 is reappearing after that. So stop up to 3 and draw bar above 8, 4, 6, 1, 5, 3. There shall not be any bar above 0. Do not draw. Box your answer. So this is last question for from our practice set 1.3. I hope you all have understood this. Now there are few more questions for your practice. I hope you will be doing it and you will show your homework to your teacher. Note down these questions. So students, in short, keep in mind, when you perform division, you should stop your division either at remainder as 0 or else as repeating remainders. Got it? See you next time. Till then, bye bye. Submit your homework to your teacher.